Oh man, shut up. Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. How was that, guys? Is that cool? I'm so sorry about that. I was screwing around with all of this stuff the other day and forgot to switch it back. What the hell, Laura? I know. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. How is everybody? Good morning, Pinky. How are you? Hello, Sir Pump. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that it was muted. Oh, my goodness. Janice, hello there, darling. How are you? How are you? And we've got, let's see, Lionheart, welcome in. How are you today? And TARDIS, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, here I am. Womble, how's it going? Womble, I gotta ask you, how did Bill's show go? I felt so bad. I had to do the wedding rehearsal for the wedding for today, and I missed Bill's show. I hope it did very well. And is there any possible way that we could hear a playback? That's the question I have for you, dear sir. But hopefully you are feeling well. And how is TARDIS doing? You can hear again. Yes, no, nobody's deaf. Oh my goodness. What I finally got the other monitor hooked up, and I was also checking out headphones, and so I had things were all switched around, so I forgot to switch it back. I was so exhausted that yesterday. And you guys in the UK are on fire. Oh, good Lord. It's supposed to be halfway decent. I think it's only going to be in the 70s here today. I'm taking it. Because I'm going to be all dressed up and in my minister's robe. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to be roasting. But no, lucked out. It's going to be a beautifully clear day in the 70s. So I'm cool. Because I was saying to my husband, I said, I'm going to just wear shorts underneath. Nobody's going to know. It's too freaking hot. But no, cool day today. So wonderful, wonderful. Wow says, I feel like shit, but it seems to be the norm for me in this heat. Oh my God, no. No. Stay cool. Don't do so much. Do the best you can to survive it. Good morning, Angelina. How are you doing? I popped in to check out, see what kind of mischief you guys are into. So I hope you had a good show. It's good to see you back at it and getting into it. Yeah, here, yes, I was, oh God, so exhausted by the end of the day yesterday. And you think I could, just go and relax? No, of course not. See, all the shows are uploaded to Mixcloud over the weekend. It's either that or I can email you his show. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I had the times messed up by the time I got home. And then I was chatting with Bill, and he goes, "No, it was already on." And because I was thinking it was at 10 o'clock, and I'm thinking, "Oh, crap." And like I couldn't listen to it because I wasn't home. I was still on the job, sorting out all the wedding business. And by the time I got home, I just wanted to crash. So I felt bad. And not for nothing, I'm going to miss my own show today. I'm going to be performing the wedding. So I can't listen to that and do a wedding ceremony at the same time. So I'm going to miss my first show as well. But hopefully if people pop in and enjoy it and let me know what you think. You're doing good today, Janice? Good. Good to hear that. So did everybody survive the week? Is everybody in one piece? Poor Sage. How's that finger? Is that finger any better? We might have to do a finger transplant on Sage. Super excited for today's weather. Time to open windows and air out the house. I know we've had the air conditioning going continuously. It's killing me as far as the bill goes, but you can't survive without it. Now, and Angelina knows she lives on the second floor like I do, and you don't have any kind of freaking air conditioning, you're dying. What time is your show, Laura? I believe, if I'm correct, if not, Womble, help me out here. I think it's at 6 o'clock Eastern time on Bikers Hangout Radio. So let's see. But you don't like your own voice, so you won't mind missing your show. I know exactly. See, that's the one constellation I have there, that I don't have to listen to my voice. Everybody else does. So I hope it goes well. It's fun. And I planned on doing a recording when I got home last night. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't happening. Oh my God, I was so exhausted. The venue is beautiful, but it's out in the country, and we walking all over. And I only have so much in me to do all that walking. By the time I got back to our truck and it was over, I told my husband, "Oh, please, just run me over." And then it's a friend of mine that it's his wedding, and I told him, I says, "You got to make sure that the handicap spot is available for me for tomorrow morning, because I can't walk up and down all these hills." I said, "I won't be able to stand." Show me the movies Lionheart, and I will join you. Movies? What movies? What did I miss? Yes, 6 p.m. Eastern or 11 p.m. General. So yeah. $31, $32, don't care. Too hot, going to do rain dance Indian style. Yeah, do something. You guys got hit hard this year with heat. And it's because I feel bad for you, because you guys aren't usually normal to this continued heat. So nobody there, you guys don't have air conditioning, most of you. So it just must suck, big time suck. It's probably cooler if you're outside. I would have just pitched a tent in the yard and lived in that for the summer. But here, yeah, it's wicked, and I've had the air conditioning's been on. It's on now. Greenwich time, okay, me time, okay. Pretty much 11 their time, guys. And I always screw up the time. I always do. It's horrible. So I felt bad because I missed Bill's. And then when he told me when the time was, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't even home. Tents get very hot quickly. Well, kind of like a lean-to type tent, so it's wide open. Of course, then you got to deal with the bugs. But you're supposed to put it in the shady part of the garden. Of course, not everybody has one, so I get it. Ain't we in BST? British Standard Time? Well, hopefully everybody enjoys the show. I got a little different of a personality going on there on the Bikers Radio, so it's not something that you guys are used to. So, except for Alessio. And also, good morning to the lurkers. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm a little bit out of a delay for some reason today. So, good morning to the lurkers as well. Pop in and say hello. And I'm glad you had a good time, Angelina. You guys look like you were having fun. And yeah, definitely, if you didn't hear the story or see the video of when Emmy was off-roading, I'm telling you, it was hilarious. And you know what? She's the only one that could just pull that off and turn it into a video. Let's put this chat up on the screen. Kapow. There it is. I had a call from COPD doctor today. They're going to change my inhaler again. Oh, no. 50 degrees in New Zealand. Pinky's feeling better, and she's got beautiful weather. 50 is not bad. It's not freezing. British. It's British summertime. Okay. Yeah, I was actually having to be watching her show that day, which was night when she did it. And I'm thinking, how the hell did she do that? And it was like a little Matchbox car just teetering on a curb. I was like, oh my God. And yeah, the tow truck guy, really sketchy. I mean, he just appeared out of nowhere. And he took forever. And he showed up before her husband and her son were there. And we're saying, you need to call them and tell them to get there. That guy's really sketch. He was making me nervous. And I wasn't even there with her. That sucks, Wobble. No pun intended. Whatever you call it, it's too bloody hot. Yeah, I know, you poor people. I'm telling you, if you could do these chats longer, I'd definitely stay put because it's the most relaxing time I enjoy. Oh, thank you, Janice. I figure after 2 hours, you guys have had enough. Oh, wow, that's what happened? Yeah, it was. I'm telling you die laughing. So every time I dive, I do pop in or whatever, they talk about certain things, and she's driving. I have to break her chops. Because you know how she is. She's all over the place. You know, in her head, and then when she's doing, and yeah, you wonder how she makes it from one point to another point, because she's just all over. And yeah, apparently they did. They changed the curb or the parking lot, and she thought, oh, that's the driveway, and nope, drove right over it. It's like, oh God. And there she is, her little old car is just teetering back and forth. I try my hardest not to end up in A&E, but is supposed to cool down after tomorrow. Yeah, just Womble, just sit back, relax. Don't overexert yourself. And yeah, it's still winter where Pinky is. So true. Yeah, it is true with her. She's a trip. She's a trip. Her mind is going a million miles a minute. It is. I could not. I don't think I could survive living in her head. It's a million, no matter what's going on every day. She is on full throttle. And then I was confused at one point, and I was going to mention, I go, no, they're getting ready to get off, and I don't want to drag up the discussion there. But when you had mentioned about people saying women in the paranormal seem to be, well, the theory is that they seem to attract more paranormal activity. And I agree that we do. But then I don't know, when the answer was, I forgot what the gentleman's name was. And then he went off on something else. I'm thinking, wait a minute, am I confused? Nobody really had commented on the question. So I don't know. I believe that we do attract more. I don't know if it's hormonal reasons or we're just more open as women because of our emotional range. But I have, done some research on that and gotten many comments or feedback on this kind of situation. And a lot of investigators have noticed that there is a more increased activity if there's a woman on the team. Stupid bolt is still stuck waiting for the krill to loosen. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just you don't want to strip that out. Good times this morning for Cynthia. Good morning, dear. We already know how you're doing. She's struggling with mechanics. Excuse me. I just want to drill 2 holes in a board and had it set down for an hour. Oh, yeah. See, no, you can't be doing that stuff today. When you get the humidity and the heat, you're just pretty much going to have to sit on your ass and do nothing. Sage's checks are done. Coffee in hand. Let the shenanigans commence. You got it. You got it. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people who probably won't agree with me on that. I know some people took offense. It wasn't meant to be offensive, because I remember doing a show on that with Joe Vitale, talking about women and hormones and the paranormal. And some people got all bent out of shape because they didn't understand what the conversation was about until we started having the conversation. So women tend to be more open emotion-wise than men, so could be right. Yeah, I just think that that's because of I have to say the gender or just the emotion. The emotional range, I think women attract more activity. Flat earthers are having a meltdown over the eclipse. Flat earthers, those people they have some issues. They have some issues. I don't even want to get into that. I mean, come on. Flat earth. All right. It makes sense to me that women would attract more activity in the general. There are more easier on the eye, and children's spirits would almost always be drawn to a female. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh yeah, go get that coffee, Womble. Don't forget that coffee. We had quite a tea storm that went last night. Just caught the corner of it, thankfully. I shut the PC down for a while and unplugged everything. Yes. Yeah, that's very smart. I know I hear from my father all the time. You got everything on a surge protector? Yes, Dad. Yes. Don't worry. Everything is on a surge protector. Please invest too much time, money, and energy and having a system set up. The last thing you want is to be fried. What? The Earth's not flat? Yeah, Pop. I'm sorry to inform you. We're on a globe. We're round. So I don't understand. And I've never watched any of those channels or groups. Good morning, Roger. How are you? I'm becoming a puddle already. Of course, it's afternoon for you guys. So you guys are just roasting in your own sauce. I don't know how those people can. What are they thinking? They should get in there and look and just see. But you know what? I'd have a problem keeping my mouth shut because I'd be thinking, they're having a conversation about being flat, and I'd be like, what have you lost your mind? I mean, not for nothing. You've got satellite photos from space. You've got, why would everything else be round in the universe? You've seen it through telescopes. So why the hell would the Earth be flat? I think what's flat is their heads. I don't know. What do you guys? What do you guys think? These people need therapy or something. That sounds gross. Roasting in your own sauce. Well, it's pretty much what you're doing. Make sure you rotate yourself so you don't get overcooked on one end. I'm just glad it's going to be a cool day here today because the wedding's going to be outside, and I know that's the last thing I want to be doing is being a melted puddle of crap while I'm doing a wedding. Good morning, girly, girly, girly. How are you? Good morning, sweet Betty. Anyone knows if they are stopping daylight? Apparently, they are stopping daylight savings. I don't know what the details are yet, but I think the House did pass it. So I'm good with it because I get tired of switching all these damn clocks. Drives me nuts. The earth is as flat as their personalities. I don't know. I just think they got some bolts loose or something. And I'm probably going to just have to go pop into one of those discussions and see what the hell they're saying. And just remind myself to shut up. Because when you hear something that's just insane and you just can't help yourself and you're saying like, what the F are you thinking? You want to grab them and shake them and say, come on, man, get with it. Let's see, you guys just made me think of the Seinfeld episode where the guy sunbathed in butter. Oh, Kramer. It smelled like roasted turkey. One of my favorites. He was like the best character ever, Kramer. Oh my God, it was so funny. One of my favorites is when he was smoking a cigar and he set his hair on fire and he didn't know about it. It took a little while and then he flipped out. Freaking hilarious. Okay, Angeline's saying why. Okay, why what? You lost me there. And she goes, I'm good with it. Yeah, the time thing staying, yeah. I just you're not, come on, you're not gaining anything. You're not. All you're doing is annoying everybody. No matter how you set the clock, it's only 24 hours, man, in a day. I mean, actually, is like every year, I guess we do. Oh, I have to remember what it was said, the article I read about. You do gain about a millisecond or so per year or something like that. But yeah, I'm so bummed about that. I liked having a longer time. I look forward to it. Oh, well, everybody, it's going to take a while to get used to it. But I just used to think, oh God, I got to change the clocks again. And we have a lot of clocks. Hello, Tim. Good morning, sir. How are you? Stop daylight savings. Are they going to just turn the sun off for an hour or just turn the flat side of the planet to the sun? Yeah, they're going to flip it. Because there's a giant spatula out in space that flips us over. That's probably what the flat earthers think. Flat earthers. Freaking nuts. Time to hydrate and have a cigarette. I love this truck, but it always has at least one thing that just won't cooperate like the rest does. Oh, Cynthia, I know. We have the same problem. And the thing is, I popped in quick when you were talking about making it difficult to swap out headlights and all this stuff. They're doing that stuff on purpose. The manufacturers have deals with dealerships where they're making it that you can't work on your own vehicle. So you have to take it to a dealer because they have the specialized tools. There's ways around that. You just got to figure it out. I like the one where he switched rooms with Sherry because of the Kenny Rogers. Oh, the chicken with Jerry with the chicken light sign. Freaking hilarious. Why are they changing the time? I think it's because a lot of states don't follow the changing of the clocks, and a lot of people are complaining about it. So, and they've been trying to change it and make it just one time all year for years. And I think they finally just probably got sick and tired of hearing everybody bitch about it. Oh, everyone is good. Well, we're good so far. Most of us just started our day. The poor people in England are roasting away. Yeah, but they already took the hour away from us now in the fall. We get it back a little bit. Well, really, if you think about it, you're really not losing anything. You're really not. You just think you are because you're going by the clock. Good morning, Big Stu. Oh, let's see. He says today's scent. Ooh, here we go. Is dark coffee latte. Oh, my. Because I can't pour hot coffee directly on my head. Well, you can, but it might hurt. But that sounds yummy. Stu sounds yummy today. I think my brain has gone into limp home mode. A full diagnosis may be in order before too long. Oh, goodness. Excuse me, my God. So Roger's brain fried already. Oh, my God, excuse me. I'm doing good. Thanks. Finally, day off. Thank God. Oh, good for you. Enjoy it. Do something fun. I have some plans to go to a huge cemetery tomorrow. Weather permitting, body permitting. My husband had spotted it. Excuse me. Let me get a sip here, guys. Oh, my God. There, it's a little better. I'm choking. He spotted it on his way to the new job site that he begun, and he said this thing is huge. So I'm like, oh yeah, we've got to go. So tonight I'm going to make sure I've got all my stuff charged up, and hopefully I can get something good. Be careful, it's not on a jack stand. Yes. Even on the jack stand, you always put on. I learned it a long time ago from my father. Even if you got your vehicle on a jack, you always put cement blocks underneath it. Just in case something does happen, it'll land on the blocks and not on your face. I think the flatter of people are the same people that thought we were all going to die because there was a solar eclipse. I mean, it's crazy. Well, that's just, yeah, it is crazy. What are eggs? Okay, what did I miss? What are eggs? Please elaborate on that one. I missed something. Okay, need to watch the news more, but it's stressing me out. No, you just go on your day. You know what is going to change is how you schedule stuff. That's all. Cynthia said the same thing almost in the word about the headlights, a special tool earlier. Yeah, that's what it is. They do that on purpose. I have an uncle who owns and runs a garage, and yeah, he's got to buy all these special tools now because of the newer vehicles. And he always tells everybody, if you don't want to have to worry about going to a garage and do your own mechanics, then just stick with the older vehicles. Because the whole thing, the newer vehicles is a big, huge scam. They do it on purpose. Everything is sealed, different. You have to have all of these new meters and monitors, and those are very expensive. And it's so that you go to the dealership mechanic and you're getting charged $200 an hour just for labor fees. It's total BS. There he is. Good morning, Alessio. There you go. How are you doing, Laura? That's why I don't own anything newer than an 05. I can't always make it to work. That's why I bought A long pair of needles. No, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. That's, thank God my son does that stuff. And like I said, my uncle has a garage. So if we need anything and my husband can't manage, then, we have them to back us up. And because ours is an older vehicle. Ours is a 15. And when you start getting towards the newer stuff, it's harder to fix. I mean, it used to be you could take out the headlight and it's just the headlight unit comes out. You put the new headlight in. No, now you got to remove the whole front end just to remove this giant, huge light. And, remember the days where you just changed the light bulb? There you go. I always wondered how that affected like airport times and going international. It'll be an adjustment. I think that's part of the beef why they didn't want to do, because then they'd have to change everything. Enjoyed your latest drink on New Year's Eve and present stuff. We don't need more hot sun right up until 9 p.m. Summer peak. You can't go to sleep before midnight and the air is too hot. It's too late. Our plans, how far? I know, I'm behind. Pictures of Big Mike and giant statues, Mission Boulevard. All right, I'm going to read really quick. On Sunday, they're going to have an anniversary party for him, a big statue held in the Okay, I'm going really quick here. I thought everyone knows that the earth is sitting on the backs of 4 elephants. 4 elephants. Okay, Roger, you're probably gone already. Try to cool off. Go jump in the shower. Pomp's picking on me. I'm good. Last day of work, and then 2 weeks. I can focus on. You have got 2 weeks off? All right. Go do something fun or just vegetate for 2 weeks. I'm down for that kind of thing too. Pretty much when I do get a chance to go on vacation, that's what I do. I just vegetate. I don't cook for nobody. I don't have to worry about cleaning up nothing. It's my time off. Am I caught up? I'm caught up. I wish I had a garage, then I would work on my bikes out in the sun. We used to have a big garage. It was a 2-stall garage. And it ended up, well, I mean, you really can't complain. I mean, because my house is over 100 years old. I don't know when they put the garage up, but ended up with termites and we had to take it down a couple of years ago. That was a trip. What a mess. But we got it down. I'm picking on who? I don't pick on people. Let's see, Crocs melt in the hot weather. Yeah, I think they would. Because why aren't they made of plastic? I don't even know what the hell they're made out of. Vegetate is all I have been doing since January. Because you guys have been in the heat wave. It's just because isn't it normally you guys get like a few days of really warm weather in like the beginning of summer or towards middle, and then it cools right back down again. Isn't that usually the norm for the UK? Because I keep hearing that from people like, oh, we don't really have this kind of weather. We're dying. So and I would say, well, you know what? I think this is going to be the normal weather pattern for a while. So you might want to invest in an air conditioner for next summer. A garage is so nice. I just got the supplies to build one. But the weather, I'm not about to do it now. That's a fall project. Exactly. I know, because we have to actually rip apart our front porch. We pretty much think that the plumbing problem we have little trees that are growing under our porch. And we normally just trim whatever comes out from underneath. And we think that's what happened with the plumbing. The tree roots had broken into the pipe for the plumbing. So now we've got to rip the front part of the porch off so we can get in there and get all those trees out of there. And my father's like, all ready to go. I'm like, I'm not doing this, and it's like 90 degrees out. When autumn gets here, then we'll do that. Get in there, get the trees out. I says, but until then, just leave it alone. Summer is normally on a Tuesday in the U. Well, this has been one hell of a long Tuesday for you guys. Tell Mother Nature, come on, switch it to Wednesday already. You've had enough. And the thing, I feel real bad for Roger because he's on a, I don't know, is he a third floor tenant? And so, oh, geez. And, heat rises. So I know what he's dealing with. That's because you're masochist and not right in the head, Cynthia. Oh, jeez. Cynthia's a tough country gal. Those gals don't wait around for nobody else. They do it on their own. I'm not crawling under any porch until the snakes go into hibernation. I hear you on that one. Well, we've got big, huge wood spiders. Nasty, nasty spiders. So, yeah, that's another thing. I'm thinking, And then I'm like, who the hell's crawling under there? Because it sure the hell ain't me. I don't want one of them bitches dropping down in my neck. Then you get bit? No, thank you. So we'll wait till autumn rolls around, the cooler weather, and then they start taking off to go hide. And then we'll just spray all under there and make sure that they're gone. When it's winter, us Brits will still complain. Lion, we do that here too. In the winter, it's like, oh, I'm freezing. And in the summer, oh, I'm dying. So we're humans. We're never happy. A month from now, everyone in the UK will be moaning about the cold and the rain. Us Brits are good at moaning. I think that's a global thing, to be honest with you. Like my husband, he's bitching, oh, it's so freaking hot. And then when the winter comes, oh my God, it's so cold out there. And well, what do you want? You got to take, you got to take it as is. And it's not like it's any better anywhere else, because every place you go on the globe has its issues. I said, so you either got to put up with wildfires, tornadoes, monsoons, mudslides, earthquakes. Come on, there's something everywhere. Didn't Indiana have a tornado or something? They all have these storms and flooding right now. If the weather is really wild, I didn't hear. I'd have to ask my husband. He's the one that keeps up on weather. Sage, how are the fires? Are they still going, or have they gotten it under control? I'd rather deal with cold than hot. See, I'd rather have. I'm a summer person, even though the hot doesn't like me. I hate being cold. I hate shoveling. I don't mind using a snowblower. It's kind of fun, but I just don't like being cold. Kiwi's moaning about the weather too. The best way to check under the porch for snakes and spiders is to send someone else under there. That's right. That's right. See, Womble knows how it's done. I had to cut a couple trees to make room, but it will be big enough for my truck, tools, and mower. Wonderful. That's a good project. But I would wait until the autumn. Nobody wants to do that. I feel bad when I see the roofers and stuff like that. And like my husband, he works with contractors and construction, and it's like 100 degrees out. And gee, I hope that was fireworks. I heard a boom, or somebody got hit out in front of my house. You get the sun blaring down on you, and you're up on a roof. And those guys got great tans, but geez, I could never do it. Still going, but they are starting to get some of them under control. Oh, geez, good. Wow, how much has been burned up? Do you have a guesstimate? Because it's been going for a while. Eskimos don't moan about the weather. That's because I don't know anything else. Throw some fogger underneath your porch like you're throwing grenades at spider. Yeah, that's... Oh, my father's got chemicals, please. He's the chemical king. He's going to spray all under there, and then we'll have to wear rubber gloves and masks. So, we don't inhale all that crap. Yeah, I heard a boom. I don't know what the hell it was. I just heard it again. I don't know. Something's going on. Between Oregon and Washington, over 2 million acres. Oh, my Lord. Holy crap. Lord, that's why I'm waiting. I'm putting the metal roof on it, not trying to burn my knee. Oh, yeah, exactly. You'll get all nice and crispy. Let's see. What's a fogger? It is a canister that you open up and it releases a chemical fog to kill off insects, rodents, stuff like that. Like if people, they used to use them a lot in the old days before exterminators, or if you couldn't afford exterminators and get rid of like bugs in your home, you would set off like 2 or 3 of these things in your home and it would just fill the house with the chemical fog to eradicate the infestation. But the problem is with that, you'd have to wash everything from floor to ceiling to get rid of the chemicals. But it works. I'm not sure I want to see a huge wave of spiders running out from under a house. Oh, we do. We have those like big giant wood spiders. The ones that like to hang out in the corner of your porch. And the web is like, fine wire. Jeez. So I always make sure that, we spray and get rid of those suckers. Because they're big and I sure to hell don't want them on me. Yeah, like a smoke grenade. Yeah. Betty's got her coffee. I'm slowly sipping mine. What do you call an igloo without a toilet? An egg. No loo for you. On one hand, you don't have to worry about maintenance and upkeep, but on the other, you can't use the place like you want to. Everybody's looking for coffee. Hand out the coffees. I always forget too. Shit, I always forget that. Handing out, let me switch over to the YouTube page. Always forget to give out. Oop, that was wrong. That didn't work, Laura. What are you doing? The free memberships that they give it each month. That ain't working either. What the flippin' flat, man? Get rid of sound on that. And I'm supposed to be able to give out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, catch up to speed, dude. Oh no, see, it's not giving me the option. What's up with that? Oh, no, maybe that was the wrong one. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to send out 5 memberships this morning. Kapow. There we go. I always forget to do it. I don't know why. Hey, Stu got one. Angelina got one. All right. There you go, guys. She's got to be right back. Oh, yeah. Go check the bolt. Go check the bolt. Awesome sauce. Now you guys get to have access the link for the magazine. Oh, I found some really good stories this time around. You are so welcome. Enjoy. I always forget. And I'm thinking, and then I don't use them and then I feel bad because I don't use them. I broke down, guys. Well, of course, I got paid for doing for the wedding for today. And Wamba, what's you talking about the gel seat that you use? And I also spoke with Leanne, and she uses the seats as well. Says it helps with your back and everything. My back has been in agony. It hurt wicked yesterday. So when I got paid for doing the wedding, I ordered one of those gel seats. So I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. Is that free membership thing random? I thought you would be able to choose. No, you don't get to choose. It automatically does it. I wish you could choose it sometimes too, because there would be some people I'd love to give them the membership. Because I know you can't afford it, even though mine are cheap. But they actually just raised the prices, and YouTube did that. I didn't do that, guys. So just to let you know, and it's not by much, but it's still like $2 or whatever. I always did it as cheap as possible because not everybody it's a monthly thing, and it's greatly appreciated. But I understand, if you're on a tight budget, that dollar something could be going towards something else. I'm buying a bigger gel seat for my wheelchair. Yeah, I got the large one. I mean, I don't know why it would be considered large because the measurements were the same. Or no, I got the extra large. Shit, which one did I get? I think it was large. But they had the same measurement, so I don't know what's large about it. Is it the thickness? I don't know. It's supposed to be here today. Of course, it'll be delivered, and I'm not going to be home, so I'll have to try it out when I get home. And it's nice because you can use them in the vehicle as well. Because by the time I get done with the rehearsal and all of that, and I'm sitting in the truck on the way home, and my tailbone was screaming, and I said, "Boy, I hope this stupid gel seat thing works." We'll see, but Jimmy, you guys were saying they're good, so I'm going on what you said. All right, it broke loose. Now time to check the thermostat. I'm going to go for a bit and do a video on how to test it. Okay, girly girl. Good luck, Cynthia. Cynthia, our mechanic. I haven't done mechanics in a long time. My hands just don't work good anymore. Not for that. When I was looking through my shed for my jigsaw today, I found the fittings for my BMW fairing. See how nice that was convenient. Piggy says I'm going to get one of those gel seats. Yeah, well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'm hoping it's going to solve the problem because I've been spending a lot more time sitting here in front of the computer. So, I mean, it's so much time that, my knees start burning. And, the tailbone and stuff starts acting up. So I figured, okay, this is supposed to help that out. I guess we'll find out. How did that happen? Got up to make a cup of brew and ended up making grilled cheese toast for my grandson. He stayed home from school today because he sprung his foot yesterday. Oh, poor baby. Hopefully he feels better soon. See that because you went into the kitchen. You got sucked into making grilled cheese. I'm tired of waking up stiff and back hurt. Can I use anything? Well, you might want to get maybe a foam mattress topper, one of those memory foam mattress toppers. That might help. Also, again, because sitting or you're stressing your back out during the day, it still affects you when you're in bed. Maybe get one of those gel seats to sit on during the day. But I know I have that issue as well. Our mattress, I need to get a new mattress. I have to save up. The plumber pretty much took the savings for that. But I have on our mattress right now, we have a 2-inch, I think it's a 2-inch or 3-inch, something like that, memory foam mattress topper. And then on top of that, I put a down mattress topper. So we got 6 inches of foam and fluff, and it helps for a little while, but it's not the cure for everything. You just got to get a new mattress. But yeah, try that, Betty. Try the foam topper. It might work well. I still got to fit new indicators to my Triumph, but it's too damn hot to spend more than 10 minutes outside. Yeah, and with your issues, Womble, yeah, no, don't do that. The mattress on our bed cost me 3 times as much as the bed. Exactly. Well, the mattress that I have, I wanted to get the same exact one. And we bought the bedroom set, and I get it. The mattress did its job, did a great job. But it's worn out now. Original price for the mattress bat was 15 years. I got it. The original price was $1,000. We get it on sale for $800. I went a few months back to check on the same mattress that they make today. It would have cost me almost $3,000. And I said, "Have you lost your mind?" That's pretty much what I told the woman. I said, "That's what I paid for the bedroom set. I ain't paying that just for a mattress. No friggin' way." So we're going to have to find something that is equivalent but cheaper, because I'm not paying that. $3,000 for a mattress. People are nuts. Yesterday, I got woken up by my son calling me to go rescue his boyfriend after his accident. He had an accident. What happened? Is he okay? You're very welcome, Betty. And they've got all kinds of choices as far as mattress support. You just got to see what you think is going to be working best for you. Stu. Steph. All right, come on. Steph hasn't popped in yet with that comment. I don't mind waking up stiff, but I could do without the sore back. I'm sure the missus don't mind it either. Oh, God. I have a special orthopedic, or however you spell mattress. Yes. And I'm sure it probably, it cost you a fortune. See, that's where they get you. There's Julie. It's Friday night, Julie. What's Julie up to for Friday night? I thought all men woke up stiff. Well, when they're younger, yeah. And if you're lucky, when you're older, too. See how long spelled mattress from China will take to get here. It might be cheaper. You pay $1,200. Actually, here that's normal. To be honest, that's normal here and it's a cheap mattress here. That's why I put it. I had to start saving because I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm thinking a few $100. What the hell was I smoking? Oh, your son is going to be there, so no outdoor activities for Julie. Let's see. He crashed. His car was driving on a slick road and somehow spun out and hit the barrier on the expressway. Oh, man, that must have been scary. I hope he's okay. Wobble. I wake up stiff, but it's different parts of me than most men. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you get older. It's the other parts that get stiff. And you're like, what the hell, man? That's when you start making the old man noises. Oh, trying to get up. That was 1,200 10 years ago. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what we paid, like 12, 10. Oh, it was 15 years ago. And I can't complain. It was like the best mattress we ever owned. Oh my God. I remember the first night we slept in it, and I was like, it was heaven. Now I dread even going to bed. I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. I'm going to make sure that I don't slide out of bed. You got to try to find a place that's comfortable. My youngest boy will be this afternoon. Could you get a cheaper one in Canada and just drive it back home since you're so close to Canada? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I never thought about doing that. If you wake up soft, you need a doctor. Oh my goodness. I haven't talked to him in 18 months. Haven't seen him in around 3 years. He's Air Force stationed in Germany. Oh, so that's going to be great that you're going to get to visit. I hope you have a great time. That's fantastic.
I don't need anything.
You don't need anything?
No, I don't get started.
You dead sexy beast, you.
Almost left the house without my
Hey. My husband. Something else. He's physically okay, a few bruises mentally, and he's weak, but loved his car a lot. Poor guy. Oh, and there's no way of saving the vehicle. Oh, maybe he can. No broken bones, but it's banged up pretty bad. Boy, Cynthia's going full out, radiator flush, everything, full overhaul on the truck. You got to do that. The little more she lives, you got to have it. We went to fancy, expensive bed because of my back issues. Figured it would help. We're still paying the bed off, and my back still hurts. Yeah, see? So it's all a bunch of BS, right, Stu? Oh, my God. And let's see. Let's see what Sage said. My 88-year-old aunt hit and went through one tree, hit another, flipped her car on its side Sunday. Oh, my God. Took up the windshield to pull her out through the windshield. Is she all right? Now I got to catch up. Is she okay? Oh my God. No broken bones, but banged up pretty bad. Oh boy, I hope you guys are just monitoring her. Oh, God bless her. She's so lucky. Went out last night, almost had to beat a bitch. Uh-oh. Julie's getting tough. She gets street tough. My back is bad. I lay on the floor for a while. It helps my back, and then Mrs. has to help me get up. I remember when my back would go out on me. Laying on the floor is actually the best thing. Just lay there, elevate your legs, and tell everybody to get you your stuff. Excuse me, my knees aren't as good as they used to be. I had that issue the other day. I'm walking around, and all of a sudden, I was getting this stabbing pain right in the joint of the knee, and I'm like, ow! And my husband's like, what? I go, I don't know. It's just like somebody stuck a knife in my knee. This getting older shit is for the birds. Good gracious. Let's see. My brother got in a car accident. The first thing he said to me was, oh no, I was wearing my old Marines for underwear. Thankfully, my wife is strong. Yes, sometimes you got to have somebody help get you up. Now we're in that category was I've fallen and I can't get up. Well, I guess it's your problem. Thing is, I have so much furniture in my house, I can just drag myself over to a piece of furniture and pull myself up. I guess it's stuck with him. My mom always used to say, wear clean underwear. Exactly. In case you get in an accident. He was thinking about that when he was on pain meds. That's funny. Oh, it's a good thing I had my good pants on. But you know what? Clean or not, you get into an accident, sometimes you might soil yourself. So nothing you can do about it. He's going to be looking for a new Ford Falcon now. God, my father used to have a Ford Falcon years ago. Mrs. Wandle is only a little lady, but then I'm not that big either. My doctor called it Mr. Felt well true. Could not make it up. Oh, the one Mariah Pooh. Hey, Mariah. Hello, hello. How are you? My mom always told me to make sure I wore clean underwear in case I got in an accident. I said, what's the point? I'll probably shit myself anyways. Exactly, exactly. Especially on a motorcycle. You're telling me you don't, if you're going into a skid or you're headed towards something, you're not going to shit your pants? Because I know I would. Another woman and I were talking about shit and sex abuse. This bitch said to me, you stay for so long because you like being hit. What? What kind of craziness is that? Yeah, people like to stay, and be beat up. Yeah, I think I would have smacked her too. It's called fear. I had that conversation a long time ago with my sister-in-law because she had an abusive husband. And she would say, oh, but I love him. I said, well, do you love him when he's, smashing your face on the floor? You're telling me that's love? And then, it made her think. I said, I get it. You're afraid, but you got to make that first step. And one thing good about Aussie built Fords is that they're very strong cars. And that's the reason he didn't get hurt. Well, because it's actually made out of steel instead of plastic. Like here, everything is disposable now. He solved the problem. He just doesn't wear any. And do you wear baggy pants so it just drops right out of the pant leg? Problem solved. The hospital personnel were pretty rough with my aunt. She got fed up and yelled at them, and my cousin texted me about it laughing. She gave him the business. Good for her. I know you just get all busted up in an accident, and I know they do. Sometimes they're rough. Yes, it was great to see her live. We miss our Mariah. Her and Zach are such lovely people. They really are. And I love to tease Zach because he just, when he would be on a live, he would just sit there with a smile. It's like, Zach, you awake? Hey, Zach, say something. Blink. Let us know that you're conscious. But lovely people, and I'm looking forward to them doing their new stuff and letting us all see it and be a part of it. It's going to be fantastic. I have not worn anything but shorts in the last month or so. I'm in shorts every day, all year. I called her stupid bitch, stood up. The bartender freaked, and I said, I'm not going to do anything. I told her to F off. They had a girl. That's just the ignorance. They don't understand the situation. They've probably never been in that situation, but good for them. I was never abused, thank God. But my common sense says, okay, after a while, and it's fear. I know it's fear because I have friends that have been through it and I've helped them through it. Family members that have been through it, I've helped them through it. You just got to, help them find the courage to get the hell out of there. because they've got to know that they got a safe space to go and to get away from that. I better have. He was in a bad shape. I got in his park, but he's still no bossy. He still keeps telling nurses how to put in his IV and everything. He's not a medical guy. He's just bossy. Despise any man who hits a woman. Exactly. And that's not a man. That's a coward. Ended up crying on the way home. I was so mad. Ended up talking to David all the way home. Oh, sorry to hear that. That is upsetting. Because they don't understand. It's not easy. Not by any means. But you got to find the courage to say, I deserve better. And you got to take that first step. It took my sister-in-law a couple of tries. We got her into a protective shelter, and she went back. And then we got her out again. She was staying with us, and she went back. And then we finally got her out on the third try. And then she became ill with cancer. And he showed up at the nursing home and finagled his way. And, and we couldn't say, you can't stop it because he was legally her husband. You're lucky she met this Julie and not my other personalities. You did the right thing by walking away and pretty much telling her where to put it. I don't know why, but every woman I've been in a relationship with has been an abusive relationship before meeting me. It happens way too often. My cousin was convinced my aunt would be okay when she started sassing the nurses. Yeah, that's when you know they're all right. But unfortunately, at her age, you've got to have everything checked, especially in the head area, because you don't want her to have some kind of like a brain bleed or something, or And I get it, because I'd be crotchety old lady too. Oh, I just want to go home. No, they've got to check everything. It's a hard situation, very complicated emotionally, especially because they aren't always like that. I was in an abusive relationship for 20 years. Yeah, and then they always, oh, I'm so sorry. And of course you're loving, you're like, okay, I understand. I forgive you. And then it might be good for a month or two, and then bam, something sets them off, and you're the target. She's been lurking. All hail the Grand Poobah. Good morning, Leanne. Good morning. And then she finally met her Prince Charming, Zach. Yes, 9-day difference. Zach is so kind and loving. I never knew that really existed. See, isn't that wonderful? And I do believe that, and I mean, this is my belief. A lot of people might not believe this. I believe that we go through the trials in our lives for a reason. Unfortunately, most of people have to experience domestic violence. But I think because it makes you a stronger person on the other side. There's a reason for it. It might not be at the time you're thinking, why me? And it's hard. It really is hard. My girlfriend had a really, really hard time. We actually almost had to have her committed. Because she was actually having a breakdown in my living room. And I told her, I says, well, I can do this. I said, I can take you and have you committed. I says, but think of this. You're going to lose your children. Your children are going to be sourced out to, foster care. I says, your pets will be put in shelter and be adopted out. I says, do you want all of that to really happen? I says, because when you do come back home, it's not going to be the same. So either you've got to toughen up and think with a straight head on how you want to proceed with this. Because I said, I'll take you right now. And then we sat and we talked for hours. And then, she realized that, yeah, the best thing was that she had to leave the husband and take care of her and her kids. When I was 14, I beat the shit out of my father for hitting my mom. Oh, wow. Oh, a month or two of no abuse. Luckily, It was week to week or day to day. I never knew what the day would be like. Yeah, my sister-in-law went through that. I've been molested, raped, 3 abusive husbands. There's no reason or lesson or anything. Just evil people. Yeah, it is evil people. But you survived to come out the other side, and it's made you stronger. It's made you stronger. Okay, get the boiling water. Now I'm going to drop the thermostat in and see if it pops out. Be careful. Stand back. My first wife flipped out after I beat the crap out of the man she had an affair with. He stabbed me 9 times. 9 while I was asleep. I think she would have killed me if I had not woken up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, if you're being abused, speak out. There is help out there. Exactly. Friends, family, anybody, neighbors, somebody. People will stand up and defend others. No, Julie, I get it. You're traumatized. But you can't tell me you ain't tough because you've made it to today. Another day that you get to visit with your children. I see that as tough. And lesson learned, you're not going to allow any other man or person to treat you that way. That's tough. It sucks that you had to go through that. It does. I've always told I never had many boyfriends. I met my boyfriend, or my husband, when I was 15. And I told him from day one, don't you ever hit me. Because if you don't kill me on the first strike, when I get up, I'm kicking your ass. That's because I was always taught by my father, don't ever let any man lay their hand on you. And, I've always stuck with that, realized that I was worth more than that. That's how you test to see if it opens up properly. It won't actually pop. I know. I'm just joking, Cynthia. Drop it in. Stand back. She's going to blow. And I'm not saying that my girlfriend is perfect. She's not. Because of her being traumatized as well, yes, it made her a stronger woman. But she does have anxiety issues because of the abuse. She's developed certain tics. We get it. I mean, that's just the way that the brain reacts, the body reacts. But at least now she knows that she will never allow herself to be treated that way ever, ever again. Easier said than done. My entire family knew a lot. Yeah, see, and they turned their backs on you. That is effed up. That's effed up. They're supposed to be, your support system. And they ignored it. That's effed up. My father disowned me, so I have been so much more happier without him in my life. And the reason they did that, Pinky, was just ridiculous. Because you are expressing your artistic visions and enjoyments. And, of course, because I know you said it because they restrict religious beliefs. They're being ridiculous. Dragons aren't demonic. That's just the crap that they've been taught by some kind of over-obsessed preacher. Abuse is complicated. It is complicated. And if you haven't lived through it, you have no effing idea. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. In my case, like I said, I've seen it. I've been there when it's happened. And of course, I stand up and I defend. And luckily, the last time that my girlfriend was being abused, her sister walked in. And her sister kicked the living crap out of her husband. And her sister's one tough chick. It's kind of like Angelina, tough. She beat the shit out of him, put his head through a window. And of course, to save himself embarrassment, he said he got jumped by 3 guys. She messed him up big time. And I thought that was awesome. It's hard when you have to disown family members and stuff like that because of things that they've done to you, or they don't support you, or the way they abuse you. Just like that lovely man Simon that joins us every now and then. His father, you know, treats him poorly because of his sexual orientation and his disabilities. And I said, well, maybe you have to cut the strings just so that you can find some peace in your life. Not everybody wants to have to cut loose a parent or a sibling, but sometimes for you to find your own peace, you might have to do that, unfortunately. Seeing it is completely different than living. No, I understand that, Julie. I understand that. Let's see. Your family is so wrong. My heart goes out to. Yeah, they are. There'd be no way I could turn my back on anybody, even a stranger. If I saw somebody getting their ass whipped on the street, I get involved. I might get my ass jacked too, but you can't. How can you just ignore something like that? It's awful. I told you before that they pile Christianity on. You just mentioned Knights Templar. It keeps jumping on me, guys. What they didn't name is in Christianity. It was disgusting. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. They did some vile things, and they did it in the name of their religion. Big love to all the lovely women in chat. Oh, that was very nice of you, Lion. Yes. I tried to tell my sister about one brother who molested me. Mother got mad at me. That's because they didn't want to face the truth and believe that it was happening. Right there. When your mother should have went to your brother and confronted him and either beat the crap out of him and had him arrested. Son or not, wrong is wrong. My son thought I would disown him when he came out as gay, and I asked him, are you happy? And if the answer is yes, then I'm okay with it. Good for you. Good for you. I tried to explain that too, because when we were talking about Simon when he was discussing about his dad, I says, I always think I have to think of both sides, and everybody has to think of both sides. Okay, when you have your children, and we've all done it. You have your baby, and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this baby has everything it needs, and when it's going to grow up, it's going to, you have a plan in your head on what you think your child is going to become and who they're going to share their lives with. And, it's always thinking, oh, they're going to get married. They're going to have great jobs and get married and then give me grandbabies. And then when they come out and they say, well, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. Okay, you've just destroyed the parent fantasy. So you got to understand that part of it. And then the majority of the parents usually think, okay, my child is who they are, not who I wanted them to be. And I'm okay with that. Because they could still have all of those things. It's just that it's just going to be with a different partner than you expected. And it's really hard. But when parents sit and actually think about it, what's more important, loving your child and accepting them for who they are, or holding on to that dream that you wanted them to be? I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. A good friend of mine had an abusive asshole. She left, come to my house. He followed one night and found out what the business end of us sawed off double barrel. There you go. There you go. I had a friend that I had worked with years ago, and she had an abusive boyfriend as well. And I confronted him myself. I come out and I told myself, if I find out you lay a hand on her kids one more time, I'm going to snap you in half like a stick. He was afraid of me. Thank God she smartened up and left because he was abusive. But I think what she needed was somebody she needed to know that somebody had her back. And I was there. I was there for her. Let's see. Good friend of mine. Okay, I read that one. I know I missed a few. When I tried, okay, I read that. Same with my younger daughter. I was so proud when she got married this year to a wonderful daughter-in-law. Oh, nice. That's nice. You know, and there's no shame, guys. There's no shame in being upset. Because, like I said, you have that picture of what you think your child is going to be and what they're going to accomplish. They're still the same person. Um, you know, their sexual orientation, they can't help who they're attracted to. That's their nature. And you just have to accept that. It doesn't change who they are. I hate it when people try to sweep abuse under the rug and don't do anything about it. Pisses me off. Yeah, I'm the first one to always to jump in. I've always been there. I got beat up in school for defending a special needs student. Older kids were making fun of him, and I stuck my nose in, defended him, and they beat me up. But that's okay. I'd do it all over again. When he was dying, my sister kept telling me, go to him, tell him you forgive him. After that, I never forgave him. Oh, well, and it's your right. That's your right. Your sister had no right to say that. She should have just kept it to herself. You're going to deal with it in your own way. And if someday, if you ever find forgiveness in your heart, then okay. But if not, that's okay too. All any parent can wish for kids is to be happy. Exactly. But it is a shock because, I have multiple family members that are gay, and, it's a shock at first. And it might be an eternal shock. You don't let them know, that shock is there. But, just say, no, I'm all right. You're my child and I love you. And your life is your life. My son and his boyfriend are a lovely couple, and they are so happy. And I'm happy that they have each other. Yeah, see, that's all you need to do. I'm getting choked up reading all of this. Oh, Pop, are we bringing you down? I'm sorry. Yes, the photographs. Yeah, everybody was happy. Hey, good. The thermostat works. And Cynthia's still with us. No explosions. Same here, Pinky. My boy Marcus and his husband have been married since 2009, and they are a great couple and very happy. Good. They found their people. The only issue I have, and of course it happens with even, straight people. When people bounce from one, I have a cousin who's gay, and just from partner to partner. I don't know what it is. He just hasn't found his person, apparently. And I wish he would, because I hate to see him spend his older years alone. And I've never asked, what's the deal? Why do you go through so many partners? I don't know what it is. I never asked because it's really none of my business. I told my mother I was going to start dating women too. She thought I was joking. Well, is it something that I don't know. Is it something that you're interested in? Is it, you never know. That's maybe the road that you need to go down. Let's see. My dad was homophobic until he found out his grandson was gay, and then his attitude changed. Yeah, see? Because then he realized he was being ridiculous. I look at it's nobody's business who you've got in your bedroom. It doesn't change who the person is. I mean, it just doesn't. My sister-in-law, her father-in-law was gay. And of course, back in the day when that was going on, uh, they, it was in the 50s and all of that stuff like that. Of course, they was always shunned, especially in Missouri. And then he finally, after being married for years, having several children, he had to come out clean. He says, listen, he's not happy, which it really ticked off a lot of people in the family. It took them a while. So then when my sister-in-law come along and married his son, and she got to know, he was a great man. He really was. And she told him, she says, I love you. She says, I don't agree with your lifestyle. She goes, but that's not my business. And they just left it at that. And it's, I thought my daughter was, so I decided to start a conversation. So she would know that I'm okay with it. Turned out I was wrong, but turned out to be a beautiful conversation. And she said she appreciated it. Oh, that's great. I had a similar conversation with my niece like that. And then she looked at me, she goes, wait a minute. And then she caught on. She goes, well, you think I'm gay? And I said, well, I don't know. You never talk about guys. I haven't seen you date any guys. So I was just wondering, maybe you like girls. She starts laughing at me. She says, I've dated a few women too. Oh, all right. Maybe you're bi. I have a lot of people I know that are bi. I've been married 4 times. Denise will be number 5 if we ever tie the knot. You know what, Wombo? There's no rule saying you have to tie the knot. If you guys are happy the way you are, you don't need the piece of paper to prove that you're committed to each other. Not everybody is built for marriage. And if it's working for you the way it is, don't. It's not broke. Don't fix it, She goes, I'm just weird. You're not weird. I look at it this way, Julie. You've been abused for a long time, throughout your lifetime. It's not weird. You need to find out who Julie is and what is truly going to make Julie happy. When you're in an abusive relationship, you are not your own person. You are the person that the abuser is turning you into, or, what you become because of the abuse. So then when you're finally free of that situation, it takes you a while to find out who you are. And it might take years. So a day at a time. There you go. She says she'll be alone for the rest of her life, and I'm good at that. See that? Well, you made that decision, but you might be surprised. Because I had a friend that said the same thing. I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. And this was a guy. I said, you know what? You never know. It's just going to happen one day, and you're going to be surprised. And I was right. It was a few years down the road. Met another girl. They dated for a while, and now they're married. So you got to sort out who you are first. Mom and Virgil had a private ceremony of marriage, but can't do it officially or Mom will lose her pension. Yeah, see, that's the thing that's bullshit. Yeah. I have an aunt and uncle, what we call her aunt. Same thing. If they've been together for years, and if they make it legal, then my uncle will lose his disability, which he desperately needs because he's messed up. So let's see what is. Oh my God, I'm getting a pain, and I'm trying to ignore it. Hey, any guy that's a 10 is gay. A straight 5 support, encourage you. We don't need the competition. It's funny because you see like ads or videos and stuff online, and you see these guys, and man, are they hot. And the first thing out of my mouth is, I guarantee you they're gay. I don't see any straight guy doing what these guys are doing. So my husband agrees. He goes, yeah, you're probably right. He's married to his triumph. Oh, well, I think what she's referring to is they did have a ceremony, but it wasn't legal. A legal officials, marriage license, all that. They had a private ceremony. So it makes them committed, and that's wonderful. I mean, my aunt and uncle, they wear wedding rings, even though they're not officially married. But in their hearts, they are. Been there 3 times, done that. Bought a t-shirt, never. Yeah, he bought the t-shirt, never again. I've had people ask me, God forbid anything happened between my husband and I, and they said, "Would you marry again?" I go, "No." Oh no. I said I would get a companion, man or woman, wouldn't make a difference to me. Just somebody that they hang out with, watch a movie, have coffee, yeah. Good conversation. I said, I'm too old to train another one. Excuse me. We had a hand fasting as a pagan. That's good enough for me. There you go. And that's actually a very beautiful ceremony. It's what's important to you and your beliefs. That's all that matters, I have a friend, everybody goes, "Oh, he got married. Why didn't you have a big ceremony?" He says, "Because it's got nothing to do with everybody else. It had to do with me and my girl and God." He goes, "Nobody else needed to be involved." And I thought that was great. It just sucks that money prevents them from making enough. Yeah, exactly. Well, when my other sister-in-law, I lost both of my sister-in-laws to cancer. And when she was going through, and Missouri, it's really different as far as medical care goes out there. If you don't have good insurance or money, you get turned away for stuff, or it's very difficult for you to get any kind of assistance. And when she was going through the cancer treatments and stuff, and they said, "Well, we would help you pay out, pay more of it, but you got to divorce your husband." And she's like, "What?" And they go, "Yeah, you have to divorce your husband, so then you will be in total need of assistance. Otherwise, it was pretty much F off." I was outraged by that. Totally outraged. So you got to choose either, a treatment that's going to save your life, or, divorce your husband or wife. What the fuck kind of messed up shit is that? Sorry for the F-bomb, but that's what it is. An effed up mess. Laura sent you a picture of the Finnish man who is beautiful. I'm kind of interested in. He's older, 41. Ooh. We'll have to take a peeky. I'm back, had a phone call. Oh, how rude, Betty. No, Wumble, your BMW might be having an affair with the Volkswagen Beetle. Ah! Don't judge. Yeah, the kind of shit puts a value on having. Exactly. I mean, some people, it's very important to have the official documents. I get that. But to be honest, you really don't. I mean, back in the day, they didn't have official documents for marriage. You just stood before a holy man, and he did his thing, and that was it. You traded a few cows or horses or camels or wherever you were, and that was it. So it's 41 is old? No, it's a good age. She's getting closer. She's getting closer. I don't know what we got going on today, but man, my arms are starting to burn. We're not supposed to get any rain. Oh, no way, Julie. Oh, nice for 41. Sorry, guys, I can't share it. He's a hottie. Yeah, as long as you're happy. Exactly. Officially, I'm a widower. And that's sad, but it's wonderful that you've got Denise now and to help bring more joy back into your life. I can't even remember being 51, let alone 41. Oh, I remember. Actually, I want to go back to 21. There was no pain back then, and I could do everything. Yeah, yummy. You're right. That's exactly what I said. Yummy. No pain back then. Those were lovely days. Like I said, by the time I got done yesterday, just with the rehearsal, I'm going to be a wreck later because the wedding is at 4:30, and I'm thinking, oh. So it's a friend of mine that I'm marrying today, and I told him, I says, I'm going to have to bring this scooter, man, because this is too much for me. Because the terrain is up and down, kind of hilly, to where you got to walk to do the ceremony. I'm thinking I'm going to bring a scooter and hot rod it to the to the gazebo. $55, 4 grandchildren, and 4 grandchildren, lovely, and I'm happy. I keep hinting to my son, but I don't think it's working. I'm thinking, I'm getting older. I'd like to have a couple of grandbabies to, chew on. Me love me some babies. Cynthia is 42 years young. You got it. I can just about remember being 61 if I try real hard. You can do it. Pop says, I feel old, alone, and done for. Pop needs a little shot of adrenaline to get him going. Come on, Pop. As long as you're breathing and moving, let's go. Julie says, I'm over 50 something. Come on, admit it. Admit it. Own that age. I might be all busted up, but I'm 59 and I'm still moving. I don't know how happy I'm going to be about next year when I have to admit the big 6-0, but what the fuck? I don't know. I don't care. I don't care anymore. And it's the truth. The older you get, the less of a filter you got. So, I don't care. Lionheart only got 4. I've got 14. Woo, 14. Holy mackerel. Well, we know that you save up for Christmas for all year to 14 grandchildren. God bless you. That's great. That is awesome. I don't even think I'm going to get one. I don't know. My son's just not. He's not ready. So I said, don't wait too long. I said, because when the older you get, the less patience you have, and you just don't want to be bothered. So, well, my daughter and her fiance decided to buy a house before getting married, and now they have the house. Aha! Wedding in the future. And they're going to make Pinky a grandmama. I know that my son's girl's ready to have a baby. I mean, because they're in their 30s. So it's like, well, this is the time to do it. When you're in your 40s, who the hell wants to mess around with diapers and stuff in their 40s? I mean, some people might, but I look at it, bullshit, man. In your 40s, it's just, do it when you're younger, get it over with, enjoy them while you're young and you can still move. And then when you're in your 50s, they're grown up and done, and then you could do your thing. That reminds me of my mom to hint at me when she wanted grandkids. They had recorded like all these movies about she's having a baby in 9 months. And I look who's talking, gave me the VH. Hint, hint. It's funny. Not everybody's cut out to be parents. And it's beautiful when people can admit that. I have friends that they didn't have any children. They had pets, but he come around and he said, "No, I'm too selfish." And it's good that he admits it. He goes, "I'm too selfish to be a parent," because I told him, I said, "You guys would have beautiful children because they're both good-looking people, and they're nice people." And I said, now that they're older, it kind of breaks my heart because the pets have, been, dying off, and then I'm thinking, okay, if he goes, then she's going to be all alone, and she'll have nobody there. No pets, no children, no grandchildren. But that's the choice they made. I don't know if they regret it, but and maybe they don't. The shit I've been through, I have a filter, but it gets bypassed by my mouth. No, the older I get, the less of a filter I got. Because I'm almost 60 years old. You don't like what I got to say? Tough shit. How about that? Tough shit. My grandmother had her last child in her mid-50s. Oh, my goodness. But you know what? Back in the day, that was normal because that's what they did. They had a lot of children, and they kept going as long as they could have children. That's too much for me. My mother-in-law was pregnant 13 times. And, of course, she lost most, except for the three. The three survived, obviously, but that's 13 times. Oh, they just look at you? Pretty much this is what it was. You looked at her and she was pregnant. So, good Lord. I said, could you imagine if all 13 survived? Holy mackerel. That's a lot of kids. My daughter doesn't want children. My boys, I don't know. But as far as I know, I have no grandchildren. Aha. Well, tell them that Mama needs a grandbaby to love up. I always tell my son that. I said, come on, you gotta have a couple of them so your mom's got, baby cheeks to pinch and baby toes to nibble on and a baby to maul. My daughter is only 22. Oh, she's young yet. I was married at 22 and I had my son. We were married actually a whole year. And yeah, 1 year. And then I got pregnant. I'm 60 and I have 2 grandsons. And I've been helping him raise them because their mother of the year decided to leave them and left the boys there. Oh my God. One is 21, one is 14. I still eat them up. They're still, yeah, you got to love them. Well, your grandma, that's your job. You'll spoil them, love them up, and then send them home. All jacked up on sugar. I don't know how anybody can leave their children. That's just something I can't fathom. My son was my complete world. He still is. I mean, he's 35 and I still, I still mother hen him. And he rolls his eyes. I go, don't roll your eyes. I'm your mother. That's my job. Shut up. Oh, you don't want grandchildren, Julie? Oh, come on. You don't love the babies. The baby smell and the little toes and the baby giggles. I won't get married again. I understand that, Betty. Get yourself a companion when you're ready. Just somebody to hang out with. Piggy, I was getting married to wife number 3 by the time I was 25. You move quick, Wobble. Shit. 3 by 25. I got raised because I got married when I was 21. My grandma was the eldest of 12. Yeah, see, 12. And then she had 8 of her own. And my dad was the baby of the family. Good God. I can't. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. 12. But back in then, they did. They had 12, 14, something like. When I was doing the family tree with my mother-in-law, we're going through the family history on my husband's side of the family there. And good Lord. I mean, they all had at least 12 to 16 kids. Of course, most of them had farms. I'm thinking, okay, I understand that. I can't even imagine. Those poor women were pregnant their entire lives. Holy crap. I was the father of 14 kids by the time I was 40. Well, Wamba was a busy bee. Oh my God. That's a lot of babies. My nan had 15 kids. Oh God. And you think, how did they do it? How did they do it? Because obviously they can't be a 2 adult working family, because who the hell's watching all these kids? So mom had to stay home. That means dad had to work his butt off to bring in the money to feed and clothe these babies. Oh, you got married young. 18, 19, and then 41. And Piggy's got 4. I could only have the one. I wanted to have at least 5. And to be honest, 5 boys. My husband wanted a daughter, but because of my medical conditions, I was lucky I had my son. He's my miracle, so I'll take it. And I took it and ran with it. It was upsetting because I did want more children, but that's okay. I was blessed with one. By 9 different women, should I add? Oh, good Lord. That was during World War II, and the granddad was a POW, so they lost years apart. Oh. It's just amazing. And then I watched some things on YouTube where, like, foods and stuff that they cooked during like the Depression and times like that, and with large families. It's amazing how they could feed a family of 15 with scraps, and everybody was full and happy, and the dinner was always on the table. It's amazing how these women discovered to stretch food and to make it work. Nowadays we bitch, oh, go get a burger or something, or we complain because we don't have the simplest things, and they had to make it work with scraps. It's amazing. I wanted a girl, got her, and then 2 surprise boys. Hey, there you go. Oh, I would have been happy with a girl too, because you get to spoil them with all the pretty things and all the fun, frilly shit. My son was a joy. He was the perfect baby. He really was. But then just one regret. My husband says that, yeah, he wished that we had a daughter too. Didn't have my firstborn until I was 25. Enjoyed my younger years partying there. Yeah. Three boys and 1 girl. And I guarantee you they spoiled the girl, right? Because you got to spoil the sister. I grew up that way. We grew up what we ate. We had to hunt, fish, and etc. Yeah, there you go. Sage is right there. You had to actually live off the land, and you know what, Sage? It's great because kids nowadays, people nowadays, if the shit hit the fan, they'd be screwed. And you would know how to sustain yourself and keep going. And I've always stressed that. Like with my son, growing up in this thing, about hunting and all the fishing and all this stuff and how to prepare things and what to look for in the woods, what you can eat. And, grow your own stuff if you can. Because you never know what's going to happen. You just don't. I had a guy break my balls one time at work, and he was talking about, because he was like that. Oh, if anything ever happened, you'd all be screwed. I go, don't put me in that circle. I said, because not for nothing, if we were hungry enough, I says, I know how to take care of myself, and if you were on the menu, I'd have no problem taking you out. And he looked at me. I said, yeah. So don't say you people. I said, but I don't have to do that now, so I ain't worried about it. Hello, Miss Steph. She's been lurking. I knew she was lurking. Lurking and twerking. How's your ankle? I bet they could be tough at times, Sage, but what a life. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. She knows what to do. So I would find so much, I do find comfort in that I don't know. I don't do as much as Sage does, but if I had to, I would. And I find comfort in that I know how to. Nowadays, everybody would be in a panic. Oh, God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? No, guess you're going to have to figure it out, huh? Crazy. Half the time, many of these people don't even know how to make a campfire or make up a camp, which is just insane to me, but not everybody does that. My girl, like dirt sports. Yeah. Me too. That was me too. She has multiple college degrees, drives for UPS. She goes. Tell her to tell them to stop dropping my packages. But good for her because, man, I'm telling you, that UPS, everybody breaks UPS's ball. That is a hard friggin' job. I'm telling you. When you got to hoist those big, huge packages and carry, it sucks. So she's a tough girl. Tonight, you really got to read your labels because now they have like funky meat, fake lab grown milk. Yeah, disgusting stuff. Okay, Miss Betty's got to go. You have a great day, sweetie, a great weekend. If I don't see you, hopefully I'll see you on Sunday when we do the miniatures. If I'm still alive. Today's going to be a rough day, so I'm going to try to survive it and come home and vegetate. Do the best I can. And Womble, I will get to a recording at some point this weekend and send it your way. Still trying to figure out this board. I got to wait till Bill comes over because I'm not getting it. My daughter is my rainbow baby. I had her at 38. There you go. See, now 38 is not too bad. I know my sister was talking about when she got married. And my sister's in her late 40s. But at the time, it was mid 40s, and she's thinking about having another baby. Of course, because her daughter was already grown. And I think, would you lost your mind? I said, do you want to cart around baby paraphernalia and do diapers and late night feedings? I said, wait, have a grandbaby. It's easier. Oh, girlie's going to go full pool today. You do it. I don't have time for that because after I get done doing this, I've got to iron my robe and get the stuff ready for the wedding and do everything else I got to do before we got to take off. And then it's going to be a long day. Yeah, Steph's always in those bushes. But she missed a lot of Stu's comments. You missed them she said she was lurking. But I'm surprised she didn't pop in. Because she can't help herself. I love Steph. Your daughter is a livestock breeding scientist. Really? That is an interesting profession. Mom says, I have 5 daughters and they are all daddy's girls. Oh, how nice. I mean, our son was spoiled, but I know if we had a girl, my husband would have spoiled the living crap out of her. Nudist wedding, no robes needed. Yeah. Well, no, where the ceremony is, it's down in like a clearing in the kind of like the woods. And there's going to be a gazebo. That's where we're doing the ceremony, and all the people are going to be sitting on the lawn. But there's a creek that's like right behind the gazebo, so there's mosquitoes. I'm not standing there naked in front of a pack of mosquitoes. And I'm the officiant, so I don't have to be naked. Laura, I'm going to crash that wedding. Only 8 minutes. Crash away, Bill. Show up. How's Bill doing today? Yeah, see, so I can't do no naked stuff because Bill's going to crash. I don't want to scare the shit out of Bill. Betty was married at 18. Oh. Now I waited. I mean, like, I was with my husband for a long time, and I waited till I was 21. And then, yeah, a year later, we had baby, which is great. I always tell everybody, take the first year of marriage and enjoy, each other first, and then start talking about cranking out the babies, because the first year is really important. It doesn't always work out that way, but it's good if you can make it work out that way. Want to know anything about cattle and breeding them for specific purposes? She is the expert. That is really cool. That is so cool. But at least by having a son, it's kind of like you get a chosen daughter. So maybe better in some ways. Means she'll be picked out by him as the perfect daughter-in-law. But bonus kids for you. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Go cause chaos, everyone. Oh, she's leaving us because the Finnish man is calling. Oh, I see. We're getting dumped by some stud. Yeah, I see. Could you put some sprigs of mint by the rose on your lapel, a piece of lavender and mint, and somewhere near you that'll keep the mosquitoes away? Good tip. I could put it all in my hair. Nobody will notice. I'm going to leave you all. Live long and prosper. Same to you, Lionheart. A kindred spirit, Trekkie. Yes. I know, because we're at the 2-hour mark. Holy crap, man. Now wait for the cooling system to flush. See, Bill, you were lurking. You weren't even commenting on Cynthia's mechanics here. Then I could put in the radiator flush and do that. Not going to do the bypass, though. It's already hot, and I'm sweating so bad. I'm dripping. Oh, ugh. Cynthia's slickery. It is hilarious when she comes to visit and sits and starts talking about bull sperm. Yeah. That's not a conversation everybody gets to have. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I forgot. And everything I got to do, I got to find something to eat in between. Hello, Admit. How are you? We're getting ready to say goodbyes. Full schedule today. And I'll have to fit food in there somewhere. I'll have to see what the hell I got brewing in the kitchen. I know, the 2 hours go so fast. And I love it that we talk about all kinds of stuff. It's just this is the best. Full-blown fun. So Bill was lurking, so he knew that I was saying that I need him to come here and help me with this stupid mixing board. There's just something there's something I don't have hooked up, or I don't know. I just keep watching videos and it just don't work out. So something just ain't right. He's gonna come save me next week. I had my first child at 16, and last on 24 and 39 was the first grandchild. Nice. First grandchild. Hopefully Bill's silence means I'm doing it right. Oh. He's not here to judge. He's here to help. Oh my God. Good luck with it, Laura. I know. I finally got that the monitor set up. So that's working. But I haven't figured out how to separate them because I want it on for two different things and it'll make it easier for me. But so at least I got that right. I got the right cable finally. Because I was ticked. I ordered the cable and I'm thinking, oh, it's not the right one. So I had to turn it back. And so that was fixed late last night when I should have been resting. I wasn't. I was screwing with this stuff. And I was totally exhausted, but I'm a pain in the ass. Just been sipping coffee. Yeah, we know. Bill and his coffee. You haven't hooked up the IV bag yet? And then, like I said, today is a total washout as far as anything extra I get to do because I have to officiate the wedding. I've got to do the photographs, the whole nine, and you hang out for the dinner, and it's going to be a long day. I might have to bring slippers because my feet are going to be killing me. They were killing me yesterday. I mean, Bill could always come by and check out your work. It might take him a little while to get there, seeing that, you're all the way up there in Missouri. Or I should say down there. Had to get the nebulizer out. Oh, no. Yeah, get that in there. When's the deadline? I just record them and send them. So he has them stockpiled. Of course, like I said, I got to do another one. I'll see if I can sneak that in later. If not, it'll be this weekend at some point, and then send it over to him. But hopefully everybody will enjoy the radio show, my debut tonight. I won't be able to hear it, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be out of the house, so hopefully it's good and I don't get too many boos or whatever. I know you poor people are all melting. Guys, I hope you find a way to cool down and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Excuse me. But it is that time. It's that time. What was that song they used to sing? Wasn't it at the end of the Lawrence Welk show? Oh my God, I'm dating myself. Excuse me. I'm choking to death because my throat's dry. Excuse me. What is something like, good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you? Is that what it was? Something like that. You can't get booze. You can't hear them. Yeah, it's that. Well, there you go. It's the bonus for me. I don't want to get any nasty fan mail. That's freaking hilarious. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day too, Sage. Hopefully those fires will be out soon. Take care of that finger. Take care of yourself. Take care of Mama. And hopefully Auntie's doing better. And I want to thank everybody. You guys rock. Enjoy the memberships for those who got them. Now you can access the link on the post section of the channel to the magazine. Hopefully you enjoy it. Also, if you guys have anything you want to send in for the new issue, I'm working on that now. Send them in. Everybody wants to see it. Until then, guys, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Love to all my mods. You guys rock. And so do you guys in chat. Until next time, I will see you out there. Have a great one, everybody.